Welcome. Today we're going to explore some twists with one of my favorite tools and techniques. We're going to be using a large pillow of sorts, even a normal pillow will do, and potentially an additional pillow or even a blanket will work as well. So we just need two props, either two pillows or a pillow and a blanket, that sort of thing. Okay. So to begin, I'd like to teach you the technique that we're going to do, and then we'll move into our postures and give it a try in our restorative shape today. So I'm going to start out seated. If you want to start laying on your back, you're welcome to start laying down or even to start seated like I am. We'll begin by closing down the eyes or even softening the gaze if you keep your eyes open. And tune into your natural breath. Now, the technique I want to share with you today is one called counting. But instead of the usual counting your breath, inhaling to a certain number and exhaling to a certain number, we're just going to label the breath with a number. So for example, the inhale, you would label it 1. Exhale, label it 2. Labeling your breath with a number. So we can give it a try. We'll count up to 6 and back down again, and I'll count it out loud. We'll take a full cycle of breath before we begin, starting with an inhale and an exhale. Inhaling 1, and on your natural exhale, 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 4. Inhale 5. Exhale 6. Inhale 6. Exhale 5. Inhale 4. Exhale 3. Inhale 2. Exhale 1. Taking a pause, taking a moment, noticing how that felt for you. I'd like to invite you to join me for our shape of the day, coming into a spinal twist. Making sure that your props are nearby. I'm going to grab an extra pillow. And I've got a fluffy below me today just for some extra comfort. And to be honest, this cord is a heat pad below that. So if you want to grab anything of that sort to make yourself more comfortable, that would be great. I'm going to have one pillow on one side and one pillow or the blanket on the other side. Make your weight down onto your back. And then hugging the knees into your chest. And grabbing one pillow and guiding it in between your ankles and your thighs or knees. And once you have this here, you can bring your feet flat on the floor, lift your hips, roll onto your left side, and then allow your whole body to come to the left side. Now, one option is, I always forget about this one, is to bring something under your head that might feel good for you. And then the second bolster or blanket or pillow is going to curl up to your back. And then when you're ready, you can open your right shoulder up. And you land on that blanket or pillow with some extra support. Now, if you have more props, you brought all the props to your yoga practice today, you can always bring, like I said, something under your head or a blanket draped over top of your body, something of that sort. And as you rest here, you might notice some tension in the body. That's normal. Potentially even difficulties breathing. And as you lay here, you might encourage your breath to be a little longer, a little smoother, and a little more expansive than usual. And if you'd like, you can invite in that same counting technique, perhaps on your own terms, on your own pace, breathing with your natural breath, counting up to 10 and back down again. I'll begin with you, taking an inhale, 1, exhale, 2. When this is complete, there's no rush. You might choose to slowly transition to the other side. If you're comfortable here and want to stay here, know that you're welcome to. This is your body, your practice. I'm here to offer suggestions. To come out, I like to roll the pillow out from underneath of my legs and then away from underneath of my back to roll onto my back. Taking a pause here in center. And then transitioning to the other side, starting with the pillow on my right side and guiding it in between the legs and the knees. If it's a blanket, that would work okay too. And then pulling the other pillow up to my side, getting it nice and snugged in, ready to come under my back. And slowly lift the hips, roll onto the right side of the body, and then snug in the pillow behind your back. Once it's snugged in, you can open that left shoulder onto the pillow. Make any adjustments that you want to here. If you're chilly, you might grab a blanket. And then settling in. And perhaps using the same counting technique on this side of the body. Taking a breath in and a breath out. And beginning. If you ever lose track of where you're at, it's okay. Doesn't mean that you're a bad meditator. Just means that you're human. Come back to whichever number you felt you left off at, or start at the beginning. Whenever that's complete, no rush. Very, very slowly, remove the pillows out from underneath of your knees. from behind your back and come to lay on your back. Perhaps taking a breath in and a breath out. If you'd like, you can end your practice in a seated place with me, rolling to either side, pressing yourself up with one hand and then the other. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.